Hola, buenos dias. It is Sharice here. Clearly, I'm here to talk to you about palettes. We're going to jump right in. I'm going to kind of try and group them by like brand, but that may or may not happen. So let's just start with the first palette I see. And I'm going to be separating into things that are brand new, things that I want to keep, and things that I think I can depart from, things that I'm going to declutter or give away. So let's get started. The first palette we have is this Zueva Spice of Life palette. I'm going to show you guys all the palettes. This is one of the newest palettes. Good morning. One of the newest palettes I've purchased. I have not even used it yet. That's the plastic. And here's what this one looks like. So this is just like your straight up neutral palette. I haven't even tried this formula yet. This is a German based brand, and Germany is where I was born, so I wanted to support. So this is definitely going in the pile of new palettes I haven't tried yet. And we'll count them all at the end. Next, let's go into another new palette that I've only used twice. This is the Nabla Dreamy 2, the Mystic palette. Looks like this. And I love the quality of this so far. I love the color story of this. I enjoy purples a lot. I enjoy golds. I enjoy deeper, like reddish browns like this and like this one. So this is still relatively new. So I'm going to put it like in the brand new pile because I haven't really used it that much, only twice. And that was purchased within the last 2 weeks. Another palette I have that is brand new, I haven't used yet, is from Give Me Glow. This is the Vintage Rose. I got this palette super late. I wanted it when it released, but I missed the deadline. It's sold out. This one is so pretty. Green is my favorite color, and I love pinks on my complexion, so you can see why I really wanted this palette. And I'm showing you guys close up and far away so you can see the colors. So yeah, I might use this one today, honestly. I love this color story so much. Haven't used it yet though. So that can go in the new. Another new palette is the Alamar Cosmetics Reina del Caribe Volume 2 eyeshadow palette. And I'll show you Volume 1 right next to it. But I love the quality of Volume 1 so much. And I got that in a BoxyCharm, but I wanted the Volume 2. And I just got this one like a week ago. And I've only used it once. But let me show you the matching one, the Volume 1 that goes along with it. So here is the Volume 1. Yeah, the green is so pretty. I can't wait to use it because green's my favorite color. Here's the Volume 1, which has teals. Teal's another one of my favorite eyeshadow colors. So let me show you Volume 1 and Volume 2 next to each other. I'm keeping both these palettes. Volume 2 is new, Volume 1 is older. But let me show them to you side by side. So, I mean, you can see that's really pretty color story. Good variety. You can make a lot of different looks, both neutral and colorful. So, excuse me. Pollen. Keeping the Volume 1 because I love this color story. And this is new. So, yeah, teal is gorgeous. Putting that in the new pile. That's the first older palette. Let's move on to this Wet n Wild Bretman Rock palette. I have used this a few times. It's still relatively new in my collection. I'm going to keep it for now, but I can definitely see myself decluttering this palette simply because it's Wet n Wild and I have other better quality. But this is not bad quality at all. Don't get me wrong. This is not bad quality at all. I've done, I think, only 2 or 3 different looks with this one. So I'm going to keep it for now. I do have the plastic over it. I'm going to keep it for now. It's a nice little, colorful palette. But like, do I really need this? I just really like supporting. I like Bretman, and I'm from Hawaii, so like I like supporting people from Hawaii. I'm going to keep it for now, but this could be decluttered in the near future. So I'm going to put this in the maybe pile. We'll make a maybe pile. Like, I don't really need that palette. Next, let's take a break and go to Anastasia. So I'm going to pull out all my Anastasia palettes, which I have right up here, all together. All right, let's start with my favorite top 3 Anastasia palettes first. My #1 favorite Anastasia palette of all time is Soft Glam, This is like holy grail, one of my most favorite palettes ever. Almost every job interview I go on, this is the palette that I wear. When I interviewed to work at Ulta up here where I live now, this is the palette that I wore when I need like a glamorous but neutral look. This is the palette I go for. This is one of my favorite palettes of all time. That's a whole nother count. I'm gonna have so many different piles, so we're gonna put that in its own pile. So then at the end, I can review all the different piles. Next, we have, it's honestly a tie between these two for my next favorite Anastasia palettes. I love Jackie Aina and I love Subculture. I know some people don't like this, but I love the color story because it has what? It has matte teals in it. So that's why I love this one. And it has like a shimmery green in it. So these are my next two favorites from Anastasia Beverly Hills. We have the Subculture. I mean, I love this color story. It's got burgundy, it's got teals in it, it's got this green, it's got mustard yellows, which I like. I like yellow. I love this color story. I love how pigmented this palette is. I think this creates some of the most beautiful fall looks. This is, I don't want to call it like holy grail. Like I could live without this palette, but I thoroughly enjoy it. So I'm going to make another pile for those. I really like this one. I definitely don't want to declutter it. I definitely want to keep it. So I guess that will go with the Alamar palette. Okay. Okay, got my piles going around me on the floor. Next we have Jackie Aina, which this is a newer Anastasia Beverly Hills palette. This is beautiful. You can see I've used it quite a bit. There's definitely dents in my shadows in here. Love, love, love this one. Can't believe I'm saying this. I honestly could live without this palette. Like, it's not holy grail, but it's one that I really like. So we're going to put that with Subculture and the Alamar palette. I really do like this one, though. Next, all these other Anastasia palettes, I don't really like them that much. Like, they're okay. So I guess my next favorite Anastasia palette is the Prism. I really love the Prism. I love this color story because it has purples and it has greens. Can you tell my favorite colors? And it has like a bronze and gold, and this one has been used. I mean, y'all can see that I use my palettes. So I really like this one. This is one that I would like to keep, that I wouldn't like to get rid of. I actually have hit pan on one of these on Obsidian. You can see that little mark right there. I really enjoy this palette in the color story. Actually, this one is super similar to the Nabla palette when I look at it closer. Some of these shades are very similar to the Nabla. So we're going to keep her, we're going to put her in the palette with Jackie Aina and then. All right, next we have Sultry. What color was that? What color was what? That was Anastasia Beverly Hills Prism palette that I just showed you. Next is Sultry. I have barely used this, as you can tell. The shimmers in here are pretty, but it's more cool tone, so I don't really like this palette that much. Sultry. Not really a huge fan. This is one that I'm willing to declutter. I love the outside, though. The packaging is really pretty. This is the first one that I'm going to put in the pile of like decluttering. Next, we have Anastasia Beverly Hills Riviera palette, which I've used a little bit, you know. You can see I've dipped into those shimmers a little bit. The mattes look like they haven't been used, but they have. And honestly, my favorite color in here, of course, is the teal. I also love this bronzy gold. It's beautiful. But honestly, those are really my two favorite shades in here. I don't reach for this a whole lot. I don't really reach for this. It's okay. Like, the quality is great, but I don't know. I don't really reach for this palette like that. And I feel like I could honestly declutter it, but I kind of want to hold on to it. I'm going to hold on to this one. We'll put this, I guess we can put this in the maybe pile. Put it in the maybe pile. Maybe keep, maybe let it go. Next, we have the Carly Bible, and the only reason I got this one is because it was on sale. I do love the packaging, though. It is textured. It feels really, really cool. And these are my real nails, by the way. I just did them yesterday while I was on a conference call. But anyways, this color story, I think it's pretty. I have barely used this palette. I do love this bronze shade, and I like this kind of like silvery taupey shade. That's really pretty all over the lid, but a lot of these shades are very light, so I haven't really dipped into it. So I'm going to put this one in the... Honestly, I should totally declutter this. I don't really use it like that. It's not my favorite, but I feel like I still haven't used it enough. So we're going to put it in the newer palette pile, but It'll probably end up being decluttered soon enough. But I'm going to put it in the new palette pile still because I haven't used it that much. Next, we have Norvina, which I love the shades in here. Really, really pretty. Perfect for spring. It's purpley, pinky toned palette. There's some deeper colors over here, and then I can use all the shimmers. I love this like periwinkle matte shade. That is really, really cool. Soul, it's like this periwinkle kind of blue shade, purpley blue. It's really pretty. I like this palette. I don't use it a lot, but I do like it, so I'm definitely going to keep it. And I believe that's it for all my ABH palettes. Let's move on to some more indie palettes. We'll kind of alternate indie and non-indie. Or smaller brands, I guess I could say, instead of independent. They might just be smaller. All right, next we're going to go into this Menagerie Cosmetics Feral palette. I love this color story. This thing is quality. It is heavy. I love this color story. I love teal. We have teal. I enjoy pinks on my skin tone. I love a good bronze. I love greens, and you have some colors. I love this palette. I love this color story, and I love the quality of these. I mean, you can see that green right there. That is so pretty and pigmented. I love green. Green's my favorite color. I think I'm gonna do a green look today. So yeah, I'm definitely keeping this palette. I enjoy this brand. I need to use this more. This is something I really, really, really like. So we're putting that with the Jackie Aina and them in that pile. Next, I have two palettes from Ace Beauté. I have the Flare palette and I have the Oceanic palette. Let's start with the Flare. You already know I'm keeping this one. I absolutely love the color story. We have teals, we have oranges. I enjoy orange on my skin tone as well. And working at Ulta, orange is one of the colors I wear a lot. This color story is beautiful. The quality is really good. Definitely keeping this one. It's what I really enjoy. Next, we have the Oceanic, which has all blues and greens. So this is like one of my go-to blue-green palettes, which I enjoy blues and greens. Those are my, they're my top three favorite colors. First is green, then purple, then blue. So I really, really love this palette. I mean, do y'all see these colors? It's so pretty. So I'm keeping both these. Next, we have two newer palettes. We have, and these are both from Lime Crime. We have the Prelude Chroma, and we have the Venus 3. And these are like their smaller palettes. Chunky packaging, but that's okay. So here's this one. Oops, plastic just fell out, which is fine. Which I used the other day for a look. I really enjoy this color story. It's 8 pans. And then this one's more like pinky, purpley. And honestly, I feel like, even though I only use this once, I feel like I can get rid of this one. The plastic keeps falling off. I've only used it once, but I feel like I can go ahead and declutter this one because I have other purples I like more. And this is kind of pale and kind of light. So I think I'm just going to go ahead and declutter that one and keep this one, even though I literally like just got these in the mail. So that's two palettes in the declutter pile so far. But yeah, this one is just, I just got it. I like the color story. We're going to put that in its own pile, just like, oh, well, I guess I can put it with the new palettes. The newer palettes, yeah. Next, I have this Storybook Cosmetics palette. I got like in a BoxyCharm. It's 6 pans, and it's green, which is one of the reasons I kept it. I haven't used this yet, though, so I don't even know if the quality is that great. I'm kind of just holding on to it because I think it's really cute. It's like a book, Storybook Cosmetics. So I'm just going to hold on to this one. I'm going to put it in the new palette pile because I haven't really played with it yet. We're almost done with all the palettes that I have visible on a daily basis. I have not gone into any drawer yet to show you palettes. So these are all the palettes that I have out every single day. Let's move on to the last few. I have my little container over here, which are a mixture of different brands, but I'm going to try and group the brands together for the sake of the video. I'm trying to be organized. All right, let's go on to, I think these are all my Urban Decay palettes, to Urban Decay, which I really, really like this palette. I need to use it more. This is the Urban Decay and Kristen Leanne collaboration. Well, y'all can see that mallet, the mirror is really big. There you go. And this is a rainbow palette. It's mostly shimmers. There's literally like two mattes, a black and an orange. The quality of these is really, really good. I don't use it that often, but I love all the shades in here. The quality is great. I really enjoy this palette, the color story, and the colors. So we're going to hold on to this, and we're going to put this with the palettes that I really like. Next, we have On the Run from Urban Decay. This is one of the best palettes Urban Decay's ever made. I love the color story. It's got basically all my favorites in it. When it comes to eyeshadow colors, we've got greens, blues, pinks, some purples. So this is really, really good. Dare I say that this is like kind of a holy grail palette. Like, I feel like I can get every look from this. Like, I only really need to travel with this one palette. So we're going to put her with Soft Glam. I really, really like this palette. I don't use it a lot, but when I do, like, I feel good about it. So we're going to put her with Soft Glam and say that's holy grail. Next is one of the older Urban Decay palettes. This is from, I think, 2017. It's the Urban Spectrum eyeshadow palette. This is one of their holiday ones. I'm smelling it to make sure it's not like bad. It smells fine. It doesn't smell like expired. I rarely reach for this though. And because it's old. And I don't like how the pans are either. Oh no, it's still good. I don't know, I feel like I should throw this away just because of how old it is. This is really, really old, and I have all these colors in other palettes, but I do love the Urban Decay holiday palettes, and I love this packaging. It's really, really neat. I actually might just keep the mirror, because this is a mirror. I might just keep this outer portion. Can I take this pan out? Look at me. Yes, I can. So you can also take the eyeshadows out, and it's like this velvet container. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep the container, and I'm going to actually throw these eyeshadows away because they are extremely old. These are years old. They don't really smell. They're swatching okay, but honestly, yeah, I have these colors in other palettes, so I'm actually gonna let this is going in the trash because I don't need to hold on to super old makeup. But I'm gonna keep the outer packaging and clean it because it's really nice. It has a mirror in it and like this velvet, so I can put something in here. So yeah. Next, let's go on to some BH Cosmetics palettes, and I have a couple in there. But this is the It's My Ray Ray palette, the first one that has like the highlighters and everything, as well as the eyeshadows, if I can open it. I don't reach for this often, but I really do like this color scheme, and I like the quality of this palette. So I'm going to keep this one. I need to use it more though. And then we have her second palette, which is a little bit more colorful. I rarely reach for this one, and I have other colors that perform better. So I'm actually going to declutter her second one because I think my sister will like that. But I'm going to hold on to the first one because it has those contour shades and everything and highlighters in it. So I'll hold on to this one. And that is the, oh, I have some more. This is from Makeup Revolution. This is the Tammy palette. This is a newer one. I have only used it a few times, but it's very bright, very colorful. I love the colors in here. We're definitely keeping this one, and it's a newer palette. I've only used it like a few times, so we're going to put that in the new palette pile. I'm just going to go through all the ones I have out here, and then we'll go into the closet. Next, I have this Smashbox Full Exposure palette. I love this palette. This is one of the first makeup palettes I ever bought, and it's just straight up neutrals. You can see I love a good shimmery brown. That shade is completely gone though, and that was my favorite shade in this palette. It's honestly kind of chalky and kind of dry now. This is probably from 2015, 2016, but it was great while it lasted. Yeah, I can throw this one away and let her go because it's old. So goodbye to that palette. Next, we have Too Faced Chocolate Gold. This is one of the few Too Faced palettes that I actually love the color scheme. Love all the shades in here. It still smells like chocolate. It smells good. This is really, really good. This was one of like my holy grail palettes. I was using it literally every single day. There's so many shimmers in here that I love. So, and the silver in here is awesome. The silver, the gold, the greens are so, so, so pretty. I really, really loved the heck out of this palette. So we're gonna put this one in with the ones that I really like. All right, let's go into the drawer I have out here before we go into the closet. There's only really 3 places I keep my palettes. I have a container that's like, it looks like it's for like files or books maybe, that I can like stack the palettes in, organized neatly. That's why all ABH was together. I have one drawer in the bathroom that has, I try and put my newer palettes in it, so I try and open the drawer and use those. And then I have another container in there. So let's go to the drawer right next to me. I wish I had all of them together by brand, but I don't. We're moving on to this ColourPop palette. This is a Good Sport. I have barely used it, but I love the color scheme. I love green. I like the purple. It's got some neutral browns and stuff. So I need to play with this one more. So we're holding on to her. Next, we have the Dominique Cosmetics, which is my sister's name, which is I think why I'm holding on to the outside, but my sister spells hers with the A's. Her name is Damonique. But we're holding on to this palette. I love this palette. I used it the other day. These colors are beautiful. The formula on this was spectacular. The blending was superb. Honestly, I think I want to put this in the Holy Grail palette. Like, I love the color scheme. I love the formula. I love the color story. I love the packaging. The look I did with this, I did one teal eye and one purple eye, and it was so pretty. I got a lot of compliments. People are like, wow, that's so creative. Never seen anything like that. I think I'm going to put this like in the Holy Grail palette. Even though it's new, I haven't used it that much, but I like it. I like it that much. I'm going to put it in that pile of like favorites. Next, we have this little baby palette. You see it fits into my hand. Oh, no problem. We're on a roll here. I'm surprised at how quickly I'm going through this, and we'll count up how many I have. I've thrown 2 away, and I have 3 in the declutter. We need to keep that in mind because I threw 2 in the trash because they're really old. This palette is so beautiful. This is the Viseart Dark Edit. I love these shadows. I love this color story. Sorry, the lighting is weird. There we go. If I hold them close, that works better. But then they're a little overexposed. There we go. Yeah, that works. Love, love, love. So pretty. I love this color story. I really like this formula. This is beautiful. So I'm holding on to this. It's not a Holy Grail, but I love it. All right, we're moving on to the bougie moment. So we're gonna go from this drawer to this. I forgot there's some palettes in. I got palettes kind of everywhere. We're gonna do this closet last, but okay, let's get to this drawer. We're moving on to the bougie bouge. I only have 2 palettes from Natasha Denona, and it's probably going to stay that way. Just keeping it real. I have the Natasha Denona Sunrise palette. That looks like this. Beautiful color story, very warm. I really, really, really like these shades. I like this palette a lot, but it's not my Holy Grail Natasha Denona one. Love the color story though. Definitely keeping her probably until I go to the grave, even though this one wasn't the super expensive one, but still. Keeping her. Now, my Holy Grail Natasha Denona is the Metropolis palette. I mean, first of all, it's my favorite color. It is a dark, like forest green. And then there's lots of greens on the inside. This is beautiful. It is so, so, so pretty. This is definitely Holy Grail going in that pile. Love this palette. So good. Next in this drawer, we have the So Jaded Kathleen Lights. I'm not really a Kathleen Lights fan, but I do love this color story, and I have not used this palette yet. I don't think at all. So I need to use this one, but you can see it has the teals, it has purples, it has my favorite colors in it. I also like the size of it. It's not too big, like in comparison to like my hands. It's not too big, it's not too small, but it has a bunch of shades and a bunch of options. So I really just need to use this one more. So this is going in the new palette pile of stuff I haven't really used yet. All right, we're down to the final two palettes in this drawer, which are black owned palettes. We have the Colored Rain Queen of Hearts palette, which, as you can see, I haven't really used a lot. To me, this is more of a fall color story. I really love the quality of this palette, though. I have used it, mostly the shimmers. It looks like I haven't used it at all, but I have a couple times. So I'm holding on to this. You can see from the outside it's rather dirty because I have used it, but these don't really like have fallout or kickback. That's why it looks so clean still. I'm going to keep this one. I'm actually going to put this in the new palette pile because I need to use it more. Yeah, definitely more of a fall palette. But we're going to put that in the new palette pile even though it's not. And then I also got their Cheers to the Beauty. It was on sale when I bought it, and I love the silver in here, but it fell out, so that pan is missing. But it's got your beautiful jewel tones and then your neutrals, and this like highlight shade, which is really pretty. It's like pinky reflect. It's really pretty. So I'm going to keep this one too, but I can see myself giving this to maybe my little sister since a pan fell out, because it's jewel tones and she likes those when she does her colorful looks. So I'm going to hold on to this one. It's good, but it's not like the best thing in the world, color story wise for me, but I like it. Definitely gonna hold on to that. All right, let's go on to my Pat McGrath palettes. Oh, and I have more ColourPop in here. I'm forgetting how many palettes I have. That's how many I have. This is a lot. This is too much. I need a bottle of water. Okay. Let me reposition some things around. Oh wait, there's all sorts of palettes in here. Okay. Oh, I don't want this drawer to fall out. Please hold while I gather more palettes. Well, I'll get to reorganize all this stuff. Oh wait, I have more Anastasia Beverly Hills palettes in here. Lord. Oh, okay. Please hold while my whole life falls apart in front of me. Alright, wow. Okay, I found like a bunch more palettes. Alright, we have the Wet n Wild Comfort Zone palette. This thing is so old. I mean, I've hit pan on a few of these, and I think this is my second one. I went through one of these way back in the day when I was in college, and then I bought a second one. This is old, so we're throwing it away, even though I love the colors in there. Next, we have my, what is it called? Monochromatic palettes from ColourPop. This is the Honey, the yellow one. I like this. I like the quality, so I'm keeping her. Then we have Just My Luck, which I love. The quality of these is great. This is green. Green's my favorite color. Definitely keeping that. And we have It's My Pleasure, which is one of my favorite purple color palettes of all time. This can go in the Holy Grail stack. This It's My Pleasure purple one. I love this palette so much. That can go in that pile. These two are going in the ones I just like a lot. This is the Mar palette. This is kind of like blue-green. I can declutter this. I rarely reach for it. Even though I do like the colors, I rarely reach for it. Next, we have Makeup Shayla, her second collaboration, the Proceed with Caution. I rarely ever reach for this, but I do like the colors in here. A couple of the pans are falling out. I like this palette a lot. Do I want to keep it? It is a really pretty little neutral palette. This is like good for traveling, conferences, things like that. It's a cute neutral palette. I haven't really used it that much. Do I want to hold on to it though, or do I want to declutter it? I think I'm going to declutter it. I don't really reach for it. Next, we have a like staple matte palette in my collection, but I rarely reach for it. These are the Meat Matte Nudes. I really do love this palette though because it's all matte shades and they're really good quality. This is from the Balm Meat Matrimony. And I got it on sale at Target for $15 on regular. I think it was like 40 something. Yeah, I do have a lot of palettes. I've been collecting for years. I'm going to keep this because it's good quality. I didn't smell it though to make sure it's still okay. I haven't used it in a while, but I really love it. Yeah, it smells fine. It's not spoiled. We're going to hold on to this. I really, really like this as a staple, like all matte palette. Next, we have the first collaboration with Shayla and ColourPop. Which this one is pretty, but I don't really reach for it. So I'm going to go ahead and declutter it. I do like the color story though. It's not that I don't like the ones I'm decluttering. It's like, do I really reach for it? Do I really use it? If the answer is no, then I'm not holding on to it. Next, we have the Amrezy. This is like one of ABH's first palettes ever. You can see I've hit pan on all these shades and all of them have a significant dent because I loved the heck out of this palette. I love this little color story. It's so great for every day. This one smells fine. And I'm going to say that this is like one of my holy grail palettes because I love this color story. I just haven't reached for it in a long time. We're going to put this with the favorite of the favorite palettes ever because I love this color story. This thing is so old though. This is, I mean, look at the back. You can hardly read the back. Old makeup will make your face break out. My eyelids. It's not going on my face. It's going on my eyes. It'll be fine. And like I said, I'm smelling them to see, you know, if they're really old or not. I haven't used this in forever. I kind of just want to hold on to it for nostalgic reasons because I do love this color story though. One of my first eyeshadow palettes ever. We'll hold on to it for now. Next, we have the Self-Made palette from Anastasia Beverly Hills. I used to really love this color story, but now it's kind of boring to me. There are some pretty shades in here, like a nice gold, and hot and cold is really pretty. The purple in here is pretty. There's like a silver. We're going to put this in the declutter pile because I don't really reach for it, but I do like it. Next, we have Modern Renaissance, which, I mean, it was cool and all. I've hit pan on quite a few shades in here. And you can see there's big dents in the other shades. But, yeah, I only really reach for this if I'm doing like a pinky red look. The shades in here are beautiful, I will say that, but it's not like one of my favorite color stories. I don't know, I do like the reds in here though. I'm gonna hold on to it for now. Modern Renaissance. Next, this is a new palette that I got in my Try Beauty box, which is very warm, very pink, perfect for like spring and summer. Let me take the cover off there. Yeah, you can see it better without the cover on it. Really pretty shades. I'm going to hold on to it because it's new and I'm putting it in the new, not really used palette pile. Next, we have a palette I haven't even opened yet. I got in my BoxyCharm, and this is the Fenty Beauty Moroccan Spice palette. This is her first palette ever. I have not even opened this box. I haven't even touched it, so I'm going to keep it because I haven't used it. And I don't want to open it to look at the shades, but it feels very heavy and very good quality. So we'll see what that's like. Putting that in the new palette pile. All right, and now we are on to my Pat McGrath palettes, I believe. Yes. I only own 4 Pat McGrath palettes, and these are her Big Mamas, her Mothership collection. Let's go in numerical order. We have number 2, 3, 5, and 6. Yes. All right. So I have the number 2 Sublime. This is what the cover looks like, and I keep them in the packaging. Actually, I'm probably gonna do a full month of Pat McGrath palettes. So this is Sublime. Y'all know what this packaging looks like. And I'm sure as soon as you see it, you know why I love this palette so much. It has one of my favorite shades of life in it. That emerald green, which is called Blitz Emerald. This is my favorite shade of green of all time, is emerald green. This specific shade of green is my favorite. I also love the gold, the bronze, and the neutrals in here. This is beautiful. It's actually kind of similar to the Amrezy palette. How it has that pop of green in there. Love that one. So this is the number 2. I will never get rid of my Pat McGrath palettes. So just so you know, I will always keep them. So let me lace that back up. I think I want to put these here actually. I'm kind of putting these away. I don't like leaving them out. Like I have to put them away when I open them, but I'm going to put them in the drawer, I think, right here. Put the fancy palettes in this drawer next to the sink. Next we have the Mothership 3 Subversive. I really love this color story. It's a little bit more colorful than Sublime. And I don't think I've even used this one yet, have I? Maybe once? Yeah, it looks like maybe once. This one's a little bit more colorful. It's really, really pretty. It's got purple and it's got a green in it, but it's like more of a yellow goldy green. Super duper pretty. It has this like blue in it, so it has 3 of my favorite colors, and then it has a shimmery brown. You guys know I love a shimmery brown. This is just beautiful. I love it. So that's that one. And then we have number 5, which is Bronze Seduction, the one that everybody was going wild over because of the red that's in here. And I don't think I've even used this one yet. Like, I don't even see fingerprints on it. Oh, I have used it once. This is beautiful. I love the red. This is more neutral. You know, this is more, to me, everyday wearable. Now, this shade is a flip of gold and green, and this one like a greenish teal. It's really pretty. This one flips like white and gold. Really pretty. Her special like topper shades are beautiful. So pretty. I need to use these more. Like I said, I might do, since I have 4 of them, I can do a whole month where I use each palette for a week in that month and just create looks. That sounds like something fun to do. Next we have Mothership 6 Midnight Sun. Which looks like this. Very beautiful color scheme. Again, it has like this dark green, like it's a deeper green, like kind of an olivey, goldy green. It's really pretty. A shimmery, like bronzy brown. A red coppery shade and this bluish purple. I think it's Blitz Orchid. Really, really pretty. Really excited to play more with my Pat McGrath palettes. Like, I just need to, my mind, I like things to be pretty organized. So like that's why I was like, let me do a month of Pat McGrath where I use each palette for a week. Like I need some sort of organization, or I get what's it called, decision fatigue. And I have a lot of palettes, so I mean, it's only, I kind of brought it upon myself, decision fatigue. So that's a real thing. And I definitely suffer from decision fatigue, for sure, when it comes to makeup. All right, I would like to put all of my Pat McGrath palettes in this front drawer right here. But of course, they can't fit. So we'll have to find another place for them. All right, that concludes all the palettes that are out here not in the pantry cupboard closet. So let's move on to the pantry cupboard closet. Let's get started with Morphe. These are not all of them. I have the Morphe 39L Hit the Lights palette. These are my big palettes, that's why they're in there. This was a collaboration between 4 different YouTubers. Lots and lots of colors. I really like the quality of the bigger Morphe palettes, so I'm definitely going to hold on to this one. It's not Holy Grail, but I love it. Next, we have the Dare to Create palette. I love this color scheme. It's a little bit darker, but still colorful. This is up my alley. And I would say that this one is Holy Grail because I can get so many looks. There's so many different shades of brown, warm and cool, which is like kind of a joke that Morphe just does palettes with like 95% browns and then 5% other colors. But I really love the quality and the looks I can get from this. So we're going to put her in the Holy Grail pile. We have the James Charles palette, which I'm not a super huge fan of James Charles, but I do love his palette. And I do believe that you can create any look that you want. And if I had just this palette alone, I'd be fine. So we're putting his palette in the Holy Grail section because of the variety of looks I can create with it. Let's go to drawer number, let's go ones on top. I have two other Makeup Revolution palettes. These are both from the Patricia Bright collection. We have the Rich in Color palette, which looks like this. It's not the best quality, but it is, I did enjoy playing with it. It's still newer, so I'm gonna play with it a little bit, but this is definitely gonna go kind of, it's gonna end up in the maybe palette. Maybe pile for decluttering, but I love this one. The Rich in Life palette is more neutral, but it has some pops of color in the corner there, as you can see. I enjoy this one a lot more, so I'm definitely gonna hold on to this one. I'm gonna go ahead and put it in the maybe pile. All right, let's go to the first drawer. There's a lot in here. This is all my Juvia's Place, basically. When I tell you I have a lot of palettes, I'm excited to count up how many I have. Like, I'm actually excited to figure out how many I have total. All right. Let's start with this BH Cosmetics palette. This is a foil eyes palette. It's basically just a bunch of different shimmers in all different colors of the rainbow that you can use to enhance the look. Now, these are actually really good quality. Like, you don't need a lot to get pigmentation. I really like this palette, but I don't really use it because I have so many. So I honestly should declutter it and give it to somebody who loves makeup and being creative because it's really good quality. So I don't really want to because it's good quality, but I have so many palettes, so we're getting rid of that. Next, we have the Bad Habit Aphrodite palette. Let's close this so you don't see. Which is beautiful, but I don't really reach for it. It's supposed to be a dupe of a Huda Beauty palette, I believe. It's really pretty, but I don't really reach for this. Even though I do love the colors in here, I shouldn't hold on to it if I can't use it, and I'm not going to use it, so I'm going to declutter it. Next, we have the Carly Bible and BH Cosmetics palette. This is her first collaboration. I really like the highlighters. This is super basic and super neutral, which is kind of her. Ooh, this is old and it smells weird, so we're throwing it away. Next, we have the Pure Visionary palette. I love the quality of Pure's shadows, and I've used this on brides several times because the shimmers are really, yeah. So I'm going to hold on to this one for now. Actually, I'm going to throw this in the maybe palette. I just really like using this on brides. When I do bridal makeup, this is like one of my go-to palettes I bring. I'll put this in the maybe. But I like the quality. Next, we have some other Bad Habit palettes right here. We have the Aftershock, which looks like this. And this is supposed to be a dupe of Huda Beauty, her colorful one. Smells fine. I really like this color scheme, but do I reach for it? No, so we're going to declutter it. Then we have the Bad Habit After Party, which is another dupe for one of her palettes, I believe. Smells fine, but I don't really reach for it, though the colors and the quality of these are really good. We're going to declutter it. Then we have After Hours, which I love these colors. This is so cute. I wore this, I think, for Valentine's Day a couple years ago. This one is really, really cute, and I love how small it is. I think I'm going to keep just this color story. I really like this one. Next, we have the Pure Midnight Masquerade palette. It has some beautiful blushes in here and highlighters. I love the way Pure's eyeshadows smell. They smell really good. But I don't really like the eyeshadow shades. Like, they're okay, But I love the blushes. That's the thing. It's like I really just want the blushes. Um, let's declutter it. Even though I do like the blushes, but I'm decluttered. Next, we have the Fumi and um, Juvia's Place, the Queen palette. Really, really pretty. I've used this a few times. I'm keeping this one to support. I really do love Fumi as a person. She's like, I really like her. So we're keeping this one. We have the Beauty Bakery Coffee and Cocoa palette. This is a face palette. This isn't even the drawer it should be in. So we're not talking about face palettes because I don't have a lot of them. So I'm keeping all the ones I have. We have the Nubian 3 Coral, which this is a color scheme that is one that I would not normally go for, but all the looks I have created with this palette have been absolutely gorgeous. I need to use this more. I need to pull this out like now for spring. I love the quality of Juvia's Place palette, so I'm definitely keeping this. Next, we have the Nubian. This is the first one. It's very neutral. Good everyday colors, neutrals. I don't really reach for this, so I'm going to declutter. I think I bought that one for my sister, though, maybe. I don't know. I'm going to put that in declutter pile because I don't really reach for like neutral palettes like that too much. And here we have one that my dog got to and chewed up a little bit. This is the Saharan by Juvia's Place. I really like this color scheme, but I don't really reach for it that much, so we're going to declutter the Saharan. Next, we have the Zulu palette from Juvia's Place. This one is beautiful. We've got lots of different colors, shimmers, and I really love the green, the turquoise, and the pink. The matte purple, the matte teal are awesome. Also the matte orange and this brown. So I like enough of these colors where, oops, I just dug my finger into the purple, my nail. I like enough of these colors where I'm going to keep this one, the Zulu. We have the Afrique, which matches my nails, that orange. Beautiful. And this one, I really love all the like primary mattes in here, and I love this bronzy gold. That's beautiful. But I don't really reach for this one, and I have better greens. I have better colors in other palettes, so I'm gonna declutter my Afrique, even though I do like that one. Now this one is like one of my top favorite palettes of all time. We have the Tribe by Juvia's Place, and what color is it? What color is it? Green. And look at these girls on the front. I love them. They are so pretty. And I feel like I really identify because I feel like I could look like her. I could do my makeup just like hers and we could be twins. But anyways, I love this palette. My nails go complement it so well, the orange nails. This palette is amazing. This is their like green and orange palette. I love this color story. This is Holy Grail. Love that one. Then we have the Festival. I love the Festival. It has this deep berry red, love. It has a teal, love. And these mattes are all great. And this shimmery black is really pretty if you want to do like a glittery kind of smoky eye. So I like this one a lot. Keeping her. Next we have the Warrior. This is all mattes. I rarely reach for this one, but I'm going to keep it because it's all mattes and it's like a good basic palette. You need one of these. I need to use this more. So I'm going to keep her because I just feel like I should keep it. And then we have the Saharan, which I love too. I love the Saharan because it has teals in it and it has these three neutrals I adore. On the bottom here, these are like my favorite neutral colors. Like this kind of like orangey brown, this kind of reddish burgundy shade, and then a deeper brown. Those are like my go-tos. And all the shimmers in here are absolutely gorgeous that are at the top. Love this one from Juvia's. All right, my decluttered pile is looking pretty good. I'm getting excited now. All right, I think that's all from that drawer. Let's go to the next drawer. We're almost to the end, y'all. I know this is forever, taking forever. All right, these are the last chunk of eyeshadow palettes to go through, and then we can like count and figure out how many I have and the different piles and all that. All right, we have another Holy Grail eyeshadow palette. This is from Colored Rain. This is the Safari Rain palette. I adore this color story. This is so up my alley. You have a beautiful gold. You have a beautiful burnt orange. You have a beautiful shimmery green. You have a dark matte green. You have this interesting taupey shade. I just feel so inspired when I see this palette. You have this beautiful gold. This palette is so pretty. This is Holy Grail. This goes in the Holy Grail pile. Sorry, I just heard kids screaming and giggling. Next, we have the Nomad. I haven't really used this one that much. But these shades are pretty light, and this yellow has like shimmer in it. So I don't know, should I play with this a little more, or should I just go ahead and declutter it? I feel like I'm gonna go ahead and declutter it, honestly, even though it's a newer one I've gotten. I love the size of this one too. Juvia's Place, this is a great size palette. Like, it's like basically the size of my hand. This is a really good size palette for y'all to keep creating, in case you want my opinion. I'm gonna go ahead and declutter that one. This one is another Holy Grail. This is a rainbow palette, black owned, from Colored Rain. Colored Rain has great quality. I wish they were sold in Ulta, honestly. This is just all mattes. Amazing, spectacular, Holy Grail, keeping her. I love it, which is why I got rid of a few of the other more colorful palettes, because this one is just so good. Next, we have the Desi and Katie Dose of Colors Friendication palette. I have used this quite a bit. I really like this color story. I really like the shades in here. It has my 3 favorite neutrals, that like mid-tone brown, the reddish one, and the darker brown. That's what I look for in a palette. Love this palette. Is it Holy Grail though? No, I just really like it. So we'll put that in the really like it palette pile. Next, we have the Warrior, which is colorful. I like this one. This is another rainbow palette from Juvia's. All the mattes are great, and then just has 2 shimmers. I enjoy this one a lot, so we're keeping her. Oh, it was spam. Can you hear me? Oh no. Oh. Let's see. Did I reconnect? I think I reconnected. Yay! This is a wonderful neutral palette. This is the Nubian 2 palette. I'm going to keep this one. It smells a little weird. It smells like very makeup-y. I don't know if this one is still good. I don't know. It has a beautiful green in here called Egypt. Yeah. That's really pretty. Let's throw this one away. I don't know what year this came out, 2015, 16, somewhere in there. So maybe this is like 4 years old. I don't like the smell of it, so I'm just gonna throw it away. Even though I do like the shades of that one. Out of the Nubians, that's probably my favorite one, the Nubian 2. Next, we have the Masquerade. And my favorite shade in here fell out. I love that gold Casablanca. Yeah, this one's really pretty, and it has the neutrals I love in here. It has the beautiful blues, gorgeous purples. This is all the purple family. A green, this like blue shade. Smells. This one doesn't smell as bad as the previous one, but this one is a little bit older in my collection. As you can see, one fell out, and it's super dirty and messy. Can you see? I really use this. I'm going to throw this one away because it smells a little weird. I don't really do weird smelling stuff, you know, like I can always repurchase these because these are permanent in her collection. So I'm gonna let this one go as well into the trash. So we've thrown away like 5 palettes. I feel like I'm doing good with decluttering, even though I'm keeping a lot. Then we have the Magic palette. I love the Magic. Look at this color story. And surprisingly, this one smells like nothing. So I'm keeping this one. To me, this is Holy Grail. I love this shade Faso. I love this pink. Nubia is such a pretty true gold. This green is beautiful, and I love these deep matte like blues and this deep matte purple. This one is like a navy, and this one's like a really deep purple. And Koji, this is that shade that got popular all of a sudden, that coral matte that they keep popping in palettes. This one, I love the Magic. The Magic speaks to me. I'm putting that in the Holy Grail. And it doesn't smell, surprisingly. This is the Morphe 3502. Really pretty, a lot of browns. I like this one, I'm keeping it. Smells fine. Smells like a Morphe palette. Then we have the Jaclyn Hill. I love the Jaclyn Hill. I haven't used it in a while, but I still have the original card and everything. This color right here is my favorite of all time. It's a shimmery brown. I just put that all over my lid and be done. I love this one. This is Holy Grail. Now, she's got her own, you know, issues and stuff, but I love the palette. It's more about the palette than the person with me when it comes to these things. But I do like to support specifically my black creators. But yeah, this one's really good, putting this in the Holy Grail. And that is it for all my palettes. Let's count. Let's start with how many I threw in the trash. So let me grab the trash can. Please hold. Oh. Got the trash can. So I threw away 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 really, really old palettes got thrown away. Or ones that smelled really bad. Now let's go to how many palettes am I going to give away. Most of these are probably going to be giveaways. Some might be donate if they're very, very lightly used, and I'll spray them with alcohol and all of that. The school district I work for, we have like a place where you can take clothes, hair products, and things like that. And I'll let the school social worker, she'll handle all this. But here's the ones, the number of palettes I'm giving away / donating. 1, 2, 3, and of course if it has like a bite mark in it from my dog, that's going to family only. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. All right, so 16 palettes are getting decluttered, and I actually have a bag that I put decluttered makeup and unused skincare in. Oh, there's a palette in here. I also have the Alyssa Edwards, so that's 17 palettes. I have never used this palette before, but I got it as gratis. So 17 palettes are going to be given a new home. 6 have been thrown away. I'm impressed with myself, just saying. Oh, this is the bag of stuff I'm giving away, people. All right, let's go through the maybe pile. There's only 4 palettes in the maybe pile. So let's make our decisions. We have the Pure Visionary palette. Smells absolutely fine. These palettes, these pans are removable. I do have some single shadows, but not a lot. And those are Holy Grail, so they're staying. I'll show those to you guys. I'm going to hold on to this just in case I do some more bridal looks. Next, we have Riviera. Because it's Anastasia Beverly Hills, I guess we can hold on to it. The Bretman Rock. This is new. I still haven't used all the colors, so we'll throw this in the new pile because I still need to play with it. And then we have Patricia Bright. This one. I'm going to throw this in the new pile as well. So we'll just keep all the maybes for now. So that changes my piles. Let's go through my Holy Grail. I'm never getting rid of these piles. All my Pat McGrath palettes, which I have number 2, number 2, number 3, number 5, and number 6. Those are staying with me forever. And then my other holy grails are Jaclyn Hill. Good afternoon. James Charles. And the Dare to Create, which I also think was kind of with James Charles. Those three. And then my Juvia's Place ones are The Magic and the Try from Juvia's Place. From Colored Rain, we have the Vivid Pigment Shadows All Mattes and the Safari Rain. From Natasha Denona, we just have the Metropolis. From ColourPop, we have the It's My Pleasure. From Urban Decay, the Born to Run. Dominic Cosmetics, Celestial Storm. And then from ABH, we have the original Amrezy and the Soft Glam. So let's count how many that is. That's, well, 4 Pat McGrath, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 Holy Grail palettes that I do not want to live without. That's not too bad. So I'm going to have to figure out how I'm going to put all these away. So that's 17 Holy Grail palettes that I don't want to live without. Let's count the number of palettes I have barely used or haven't even used yet. That's what I feel like is most like embarrassing, because I just have so many. This is a lot. All right. The Patricia Bright Rich in Color palette. So Jaded from ColourPop and Cackling Lights. Bretman Rock and Wet and Wild. Fenty Beauty Moroccan Spice, never used. This Miracle Glam Light Cosmetics palette, which I got in a Try Beauty box. Zueva Spice of Life. Nabla Dreamy 2. Colored Rain Queen of Hearts. Lime Crime Prelude. Alamar Reina del Caribe Volume 2. Vintage Rose palette from Give Me Glow. Good Sport from ColourPop. Tammy X times Makeup Revolution. Tammy Carnival palette, Tropical Carnival. Carly Bible and ABH. And then Storybook Cosmetics Fairy Tales palette, Robin Hood. Let's count how many palettes I still need to like really play with and decide on. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So 15 palettes that I still need to like really use and figure out if I want to keep them in my collection. 17 Holy Grail, 6 in the trash, and 17 that I'm getting rid of. I need to write all these numbers down. Yo, let me get a piece of paper. I keep getting phone calls. Thankfully, I write a lot, so I have paper right around the corner and my pack of markers. So let's write all this down. I need to keep track of the data. 6 in the trash. 17 decluttered. 17 Holy Grail. 15 I need to try. 15 need to use. I'm just going to put need to use. All right. Now we can go through the kind of in-between palettes that I just enjoy. I'm just going to put palettes I like, but not love. Let's count those. Palettes I like. And then we can add all this up and figure out how many palettes did I have total. All right, I feel like this is the biggest palettes that I just like. So we have one 39L, two Morphe 3502, three, four, five, six, seven, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. So we have 32 palettes that I just really, really like. Let me write that down. All right, so palettes that are no longer welcomed here are 6 in the trash plus 17 decluttered. Let's add that up. Yo, I'm not good at math. I have to work it out. 7 plus 6 is 13. Carry the 1, 23. So 23 palettes are now going to be gone. Next, let's add my holy grail, the palettes I need to use and the palettes I like, which are the ones that are staying with me. Which surprisingly is 64. I just did in my head. I think I did that right. So we have 17 plus 15 plus 32. 7 plus 5 is 12, right? Yeah, 7 plus 5 is 12. 12 plus 2 is 14. Carry the 1. 1 plus 1 plus 1 is 3. 3 plus 3 is 6. Yep, 64. Staying. Let's figure out the total number. So the total number of palettes would be 64 that are staying plus the 23 that are leaving. 4 plus 3 is 7. 6 plus 2 is 87. So at the beginning of this video, it's still on my math, like math, cute. At the beginning of this video, I started out with 87 palettes for one person that has 2 eyes. At the end of the video, I'm getting rid of 23. Now, I'm not going to do the math and figure out what ratio that is, but that's what? Basically like a fourth of the palettes. So 1/4 of my collection I decluttered, and I'm keeping the other 3/4. That's pretty good. And then there's several that I still need to use that could be going as well. So I think for me, as one person who is a makeup enthusiast, a makeup lover, I think the goal is to stay 60 and under. Right now, I'm at 64 that are staying, so I need to get rid of 4 more very soon. So that means I need to use the 15 that I haven't tried yet, or that I've only lightly used, and figure out whether or not I really want them to stay. I think that's a good goal. So that's my goal, is to stay at 60 palettes or less for one person, which is still a lot. That's excessive. I'm not going to lie. That is excessive. But this is a hobby. Excuse me. This is a hobby I really love, that I really enjoy, that I enjoy spending my money towards and putting my energy into. And I try not to be wasteful. Like, I only threw away 6 palettes because they were extremely old. So I try to, if I don't love it, I try to like pass it on to a new home. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed seeing my collection. Let me know what palettes you really want to see me use on camera. Please comment what palettes you want me to use on camera so that I can show you. Hope you guys enjoyed this declutter. Wow, 64 palettes are staying. I want to stay at 60 or below. Yeah, 60 or below. I might change that to 50 or below, maybe 40 or below in the future. But for now, I think the goal is going to be 60. So I'm going to hold on to this. Today is what, the 6th of April. Let me write this down. I'm going to keep this in my makeup stash. 6 April 2020. And you know, next year in the spring, let's do it again and see where I stand, okay? I hope you guys enjoyed my whole palette collection. Please comment what palettes you want to see me use, or you want me to talk more about why I love them, why I don't like them, or anything like that. Let me know what you want to see, because we got a lot to play with. 64 palettes with these 2 eyes. That's basically like a palette a week I could do. Wow. Or I could do like a different palette every day. Like, I'm having all these ideas now that I've gone through and like kind of decluttered. So yeah. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Y'all said you wanted to see it. Now I have to organize and put all these back somewhere. But yeah, I feel like a weight has been lifted off my shoulders. I feel good about what I'm letting go of. And yeah, this was fun. Stay safe. Wash your hands.